And we are back at 7:07 a.m. here on KFYO Mornings. And as promised, Dr. Kathy Rollo with us this morning, Superintendent of LISD. So glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, we've got a lot to cover, a lot of ground to cover this morning. And this, by golly, is Election Day.
It sure
and
is.
LISD is on that ballot.
We are. We're actually the very last item on the ballot.
That's right. So don't skip through and just miss the last part. Go all the way down.
Yes, please go all the way down and let your voice be heard.
Yeah. So,
well, tell us about it. What is the ballot issue?
It is a $130 million bond package, and it covers three major areas: efficiencies, which include the consolidation of 3 North Lubbock schools into 1 new elementary school, which will save us about $1 million annually in operating costs. So that's why we put that in the efficiency bucket. But it also fits in the safety bucket because we can build a new school from the ground up with the safety features in mind rather than retrofitting 3 older buildings. Also under efficiency is some HVAC and roofing replacements. The second major bucket, and this is the impetus behind going forward with this bond election, is safety and security. So every campus will be touched.
That's a big issue
Yes.
now, isn't it? It's just like number one.
Absolutely. That's why we're moving forward with this on this ballot. Every campus will be touched. It's creating secure vestibule entrances on all of our campuses that do not have that, which is all but 4. Also in the safety and security is 3 additions to 3 elementary schools to reduce our portable footprint. And then the third bucket is facilities to support academic programming, and there are 3 items in that. One is the Monterey High School auditorium, getting that up to speed with the other 3 auditoriums. In addition to the Talkington School for Young Women Leaders, a fine arts edition, giving them an auditorium and some classroom space designed specifically for fine arts. And then the third is an agriculture STEM complex, and that is to provide equity so that all students have access to agriculture education and to bring our facilities.
Well, that's a big issue here in this part of the country, isn't it?
That's part of who we are in West Texas, absolutely. So we're excited to bring these projects to the voters for their let us know if they support or not.
Yeah. So, and another thing, just a reminder now, that it is going to put the school in more debt, but it is not going to raise taxes.
It will not increase the tax rate.
The tax rate.
We can service this debt with our current tax rate.
Okay. So.
Okay, I was looking at a text or not paying attention. We've got
Dave.
we have somebody that wants to talk online, and I don't think we can do that because I don't think Dr. Rollo can hear, unless we can wire her up with headphones.
You know,
hear the question.
It's fine. And anyway, so we have the bond election, and also something that's really big right now is school bus safety. And I was listening to the news yesterday. The school, I guess this is through Durham. Durham's the one doing this. They're going to get cameras. What exactly is the function of those cameras?
Really, it's for internal use and training. So the cameras are used to help us monitor if there is a problem in any particular one of our bus stops with people not stopping when that arm is extended and the lights are flashing. And that way we can notify DPS to help us monitor that area.
Yeah,
DPS and LPD.
They're not going to call the police right there and give somebody a ticket.
No.
This is so that they can monitor areas where it's become a problem.
Yes, purely monitoring and purely training for our bus drivers as well.
Okay, and also they're looking at putting internal cameras as well, or inside the bus. Has there been issues in the buses with the students at all?
I mean, there's always some little issues, but our bus drivers are trained in how to handle those. And then if there is an issue, that goes back to the campus principal to handle. But the cameras are just an added layer of safety and protection.
So do the buses only go to one campus and then drop off the kids, or do they have to go to multiple campuses, pick up kids, and then drop them off?
Most of ours are one campus, and then they have a bus route. Yes.
I was just, when you said that, it just made me wonder.
Well, I was surprised to see that less than 10% of Lubbock ISD students ride a school bus.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Most of our parents drive our students to school.
How many kids are in LISD?
27,000.
27,000. Yeah, and it's with Lubbock growing like it is, I'm sure that that's growing too. Although we're not having kids like we used to.
Right.
Lubbock likes their cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what else exactly? It says that new buses have seat belts. So the old buses right now still don't have seat belts.
They do not.
I remember riding around without seat belts. I thought it was the greatest thing ever.
Well, and statistically, we're still safer on a school bus than in a regular passenger vehicle. And fortunately, in Lubbock ISD, we have not had any major accidents where students are injured. So we want to keep it that way, and we need the community's help with that. So when you see a school bus and that arm is extended and lights flashing, please stop. Going both directions unless there's a median or some sort of fencing that separates the two lanes.
Yeah, and I was telling you, I was on, I think it was 34th Street or something like that. It was out past the loop, and there was some type of, I guess, a daycare right there. And so the bus stopped, let the kids out, and we were going the same direction as the bus, so we stopped behind the bus. But the other side of traffic didn't stop. And even though it's a 7-lane road, it had 6 lanes and then the turn lane, you have to stop if you're on the other side of the road legally. Because there's no median in between.
It's rare that a bus would stop on a major thoroughfare like that.
Yeah.
Usually it's more, in a neighborhood internal
I mean,
street.
I was a daycare or something. I mean, I worried about it because I was like, what is that bus doing stopping there? Is he crazy? And then I figured out that there was a daycare there. But nonetheless, it was kind of, it's one of those things you need to be paying attention to.
Absolutely. We need the community to support us in that regard and help keep our kids safe.
Well, I'll tell you, we've got we want to talk after this break about our high schools and what's going on there. So let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of Dr. Kathy Rollo after this. News Talk 95.1 FM, 790 AM. We are KFYO Mornings. Dave King, Matt Martin, right here at 7:20 AM. And again, we have Dr. Kathy Rollo with us this morning. She is the chief, I would say, of LISD. And again, if you have a question that you would like to ask Dr. Rollo, text us at 806-680-2790. Well, Dr. Rollo, you're going to launch magnet and specialty open houses at each high school and middle school, and you say there's a different emphasis in the area of each of these high schools.
Yes, absolutely. In Lubbock ISD, we do offer a lot of choice, and each one of our high schools has a specialization, and the feeder schools that feed into that high school also have specialization in these areas. And so we're right now in the middle of magnet specialty open houses. So we invite the public to come out and look and see what we have to offer. A little bit about each high school and what they offer. Coronado has a STEM focus, science, technology, engineering, and math. And so students are offered a variety of courses around that. And then the schools that feed into Coronado also focus on STEM.
Now, just to be clear, the middle school kids that are going to high school can choose which high school they want to go to.
Yes. I mean, of course, they have to fill out a transfer application, and
Right.
those go up online January the 9th.
So also with the magnet specialty, do they have to qualify for certain things or?
For magnet programs, yes, but you can also just do a general transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you want to go to Coronado and be in the STEM program and you never have passed a math class, you might not get in there.
You may not get in on a magnet to be in the magnet program, but
Yeah.
you could transfer just on a
For other
general
reasons, okay.
transfer. Yes. So Coronado STEM, Monterey and its feeder schools are also STEM, but a specific STEM called Project Lead the Way, which is both an engineering track and then there's also a biomedical track with Project Lead the Way as well. And the middle schools that feed into it also all offer courses, and then even the elementary schools that feed into those middle schools offer Project Lead the Way courses. Lubbock High is the International Baccalaureate program, and we actually offer that kindergarten through 12th grade. And so many of our students choose Lubbock High to go through that track.
Well, tell us what that is.
International Baccalaureate is a curriculum that was designed for the children of diplomats living overseas. And it is a program that teaches students not only rigorous academics, but also helps them have a lot of cultural awareness.
So
Okay, and it's also Navy ROTC?
Yes, Lubbock High offers Navy ROTC. Yes, absolutely.
Well, can you tell me When you graduate high school after having completed your ROTC service, what does this provide you? Can you go in as an officer or just a higher rank?
Well, I don't really know the answer to that question. That's a great question, and I need to look into that. But it definitely gives you that experience and helps students
That want
get a taste of it to see
that
if
want a
that's-
career in the military.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And some actually go into law enforcement from there, and we have lots of students that even go into military academies.
I was going to say, I think it also prepares you for the ROTCs in college and how to, because, and then you go to college, you can go toward an officer.
Well, I know
track
that
or something like that.
Estacada's ROTC has always helped our honor flight.
Yes.
And they've provided
Flag.
Yeah, the flag services and at our golf tournament, they will stand guard and hold the flag on each of the pins. They've just been spectacular, and I know just from the little that I have learned that it has a lot to do with. I think that these kids even go or can go to through basic training, like maybe they're between their junior and senior year. I'm not positive about that, but when they graduate, they can go right into the military with a higher rank.
Yeah,
And
I believe you're right, Dave. I would have to look into that to know for certain. And then Estacado, you've already mentioned, they offer the Army ROTC. And then Estacado also is in its third year of being an early college high school. So students have the opportunity at Estacado. It's a partnership with Texas Tech University. Students have the opportunity to earn up to 60 hours from Texas Tech University at no cost to the student.
Super
So
deal.
it is absolutely an incredible
So
program.
they could go in as what, a sophomore or junior?
Really, junior.
Wow.
But it's an amazing opportunity for our students. And we started with 50 students who were working toward those credit hours, and now we're up to 200 Estacado students who are earning
Fantastic.
credits. Yes, we're very excited about that program.
So are those like dual credits? So it works for both their high school and their college?
Yes, so there's a high school teacher who works very closely with a professor from Tech, and they're earning their high school credit, but they're also earning their college credit. And so the courses are more rigorous than the regular, just plain high school course would be. And they have to meet a certain standard,
Do you
and
have
it
to
is a
take,
high standard.
like a college test or something to verify? I mean, do they have tests or anything that would go with that, or is it
it's
the teachers the one doing it all?
Well, this is good information for our audience and for our parents out there. I'm sure there's a lot of parents that are unaware of all this.
Absolutely. And right now, we actually have students from every middle school in Lubbock ISD transferring to Estacado to be a part of that program.
With all of these schools, there's something special. Is if we have some parents, of course, they're just want to ask some questions about this. Who could they call?
Well, you can call Nancy Sharp's office, and you can also check out our website. All of the information about the magnet and specialty programs, www.lubbockisd.org.
Fantastic.
And it's on the front page.
Well, I'll bet that this has raised a lot of questions with a lot of parents out there.
And we have one more high school that I want to mention, and that's the
and this is the one that intrigues me probably the most.
So we have a school that is designed for young women leaders. It serves both as a middle school and high school, so 6th through 12th grade young women, and it's the Talkington School for Young Women Leaders. And it is a college prep program. All of the girls or young women take pre-AP, AP courses. Regular courses are not offered if there's a pre-AP or AP option. And it is specifically designed to get these young women ready for college. And every one of them graduates with scholarship money and acceptance to a 4-year university.
So they don't get to blow off their senior year at
No. In fact, they have a Talkington Senior Project where the young women actually conduct a research project around a topic of interest to them and then complete a relevant project at the end of that. It's spectacular.
And it specializes, I know, like in dance and some things like that. Ooh, I'm sorry, we've run up here against the clock, Dr. Rollo, and so we're going to have to get out of here. But I think we've covered all our topics, and that's great information.
Well, thank you so much for.
And I'm sure you want people to get out and vote and vote for the proposition.
Please vote, make your voice heard
for LISD on the ballot. Well, again, thank you so much for coming out and sharing that information with us. It is 7:28 this morning here on KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more after this.